ice in my veins, I've been driving this train. Years in this lane, there's no stopping this flame. Cause I came to the game and I changed it to play how I like, rearranged it to my own domain. Yeah, I got what it takes, made lots of mistakes, taking shots, skipping breaks, feeling lost, feeling great, popping off, singing straight, never stopped, never changed. All the squad here to play, and I've got something to say, yeah. I work hard each and every day, I get lost in the words I say. I don't push pause, no I push play. I won't stop till I make a change. I withdraw on the things I make. I turn flaws into flawless traits. I build tall, never capped in space. I won't stop till I hear him say, oh, oh, la, 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 la. And I'm up again. I got tired eyes, need a cup of blend. That's right, in the AM, that's my only friend. No light, just the sun coming up on the horizon. I lose track of time, yeah, I move fast and climb a new class divine, yeah, true passion shines. And I'm through passing time, I choose stacking dimes. You snooze half the time while I move passing by. I work hard each and every day, I get lost in the words I say. I don't push pause, no I push play. I won't stop till I make a change. I withdraw on the things I make. I turn flaws into flawless traits. I build tall, never capped in space. I won't stop till I hear him say, oh, oh, la, 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 la.
We are live! Woohoo! Yeah, I'm all trying to type in the chat and stuff, and I need to be paying attention to what I got going on here, because it's time, boys and girls. You know what time it is. It's that time, 7:15 on a Tuesday evening. I don't know what you guys are doing, but it's time for a little tackle talk. Let's see who's hanging out, just for giggles. Just for giggles. I believe that, who was first? I think it was, I don't want to lie. We'll go up and check it out. Mick Layton, Robert Sharp, Chaos Hillbilly, Kristen J. Who else we got? Jeff Say, the man, Maddie Gonzalez. What are you guys doing, man? Just hanging out, eh? Just hanging out. Yeah, me too. Been working all day. And then after work, I went ahead and went fishing. For those of you guys that saw that, if you didn't see that, today was the ultimate struggle and grind. No, it was not a complete skunk today, Mick. Because I'll tell you what happened. Just figuring out OBS, setting up a mic interface for music. Nice, dude. That is awesome, man. Good luck, Chaos. If you need any help, bud, just ask in the Discord. There's a few people running around that are pretty good with that stuff. Won't tell you how to do it, but definitely point you in the right direction. So let me ask you guys something. Have you ever noticed this? See, like right now, when I do my cam, like when I do this cam, okay, you see how you can see the Beards and Bass logo? I can hit this button right here, and I can like make everything behind me go away. Okay, so it just basically blurs everything out. Which would you guys rather see? Would you rather see that sign, or does it look cheesy where I blur it out? Because I can just hit a button and it goes right back to normal. You know what I mean? You can read the sign and everything like that. But I've just been kind of playing with it, you know, and trying to really get this stuff figured out over here. And now I've got things on button control, so it works pretty good. Yeah, as you guys can see behind me, this wall back here it's not pink. It's not even close, but it looked good. You know, it looks fine. You know, and nobody really even notices. Like I said, now it's all blurred out. Now everything's just kind of focusing on me. So that's kind of cool. All right. So guys, let's go. Let's get right into this, man. I thought I had the plan down today. I thought today was going to be fire. No. And me and like 6 other people had the same experience. We grinded. I say we because it was you, me, and a bunch of us, and a whole bunch of other boats that had about the same idea. And no, that was not happening, man. I had to retreat back to the channel and get out of that weather because my body was just taking it. I mean, I was getting beat on, dude. I thought I plugged the phone in so long ago. You understand what I'm saying? You guys remember me telling you I'm going to take the mic off so I could plug the phone in. Well, I thought I plugged the phone in, but with these new cords that I got from Ulanzi, they kind of like, what do you mean? Okay. Oh, today it occasionally was loading because, yeah, that was bad, Mick. Okay, but nonetheless, man, I thought I plugged the phone all the way in and I didn't. So the phone died. So I caught this fish back in the you-know-wheres. Okay, who knows where. But I know where I caught this fish. But I went ahead and just hung out and then started a little live stream just for you guys. So we're going to go to that right now. And I'll show you what happened. So what had happened was, as you can see behind me, this is bad. I didn't realize that it had signal got that bad, but we'll go ahead and roll it just so you guys can see what happened. As terrible as this looks, I mean, this is atrocious. I had no idea that's what it looked like for you guys today.
All right, guys. Probably not going to get any notifications on this one because I messed it up. So I just wanted to prove to you guys that it occurred. So we're going to go ahead and get this girl out. We'll get her put back where we found her. And I'm going to go home. I'm tired. Today was long. Today was grueling. Big water is not fun today. Not fun at all. So, all right, you ready? Hey, America, what's up, Rust Belt Fab? What's up, Mick? Yeah, I'm just coming live real quick for the ride out, man. I know what you guys are thinking. So what happened? Okay, so I'll tell you what happened. So I thought I plugged the phone in, but come to find out, I didn't push it in all the way. So we just went dead. But
I'm having to like control the boat and everything at this point. The wind is blowing like crazy.
Proof.
That's what this live stream is. Just proof. For all the naysayers. Jeff.
Come here. Open your mouth. Stop. Quit it. Quit it.
This fish was bound to kill me, dude. It wanted me dead. Super mad, super tiger strikey. Very tiger striped.
That's what I'm bringing next time.
Yes, I'm bringing a call tags. 3 or 4 of them, just in case we catch a couple of nice fish. I don't want to spend all day. Just a dink.
Proof that it happened. Okay?
2.5. Yeah, 2.
So it did happen. You understand? It did happen, man. Jeez.
And there it goes.
All right,
Signal's
go
gone.
away.
But that's just
Pulled her out
proof.
from underneath the dock like I said I was gonna. Alright, big girl. And there she goes, soft and slow. Guys, what a grind, dude.
So it happened, you guys. It happened. You can't say it didn't happen. It did happen. Sorry about the chaos today, man. I had a bit of a hard time with that, man. It's a beast. Yeah, not a beast. It's a dink. It's just a little 2.5 pounder at the max. You know what I'm saying? I'm not the naysayer. Jeff, that's funny. Yeah, but it did happen, you guys. Not the biggest fish we could have caught, but what an absolute grind. Which brings me to today's topic. What is up with the weather, dude? Like, I had 4 straight days of rain. Then we were prefrontal today. I know you guys heard me mention that. We had the transition. A lot of places have gone from dog days of summer to they're actually turning into the early fall season. We had our first kind of cool night last night, right? Didn't see the frames drop. Really? That's crazy, Maddie. It got epic bad at the on the second start, but then it got perfect as soon as I pulled out of that part of the channel. So go figure. Yeah, but like I said, man. With this weather change and transition, fish were pulling up from the deeps onto main lake points and moving towards what would be spawning and feeding grounds. It's turning into that cold weather season. We had a drastic drop in the water temperature today. We pulled out in like 82 or 83 degrees, and then we found 80 degrees, but the clarity is just absolute nightmarish when it gets into the water churning like it was today. And that's something you got to start dealing with, man. But the biggest thing to remember, guys, is I almost went overboard several times, Chaos Hillbilly. I'm telling you right now, dude, I already bought one of those self-inflating vests. Don't make fun of me if I'm wearing it, but I'm going to tell you right now, I'm going to wear it. Because sometimes getting out on this big water, dude, danger, Will Robinson. You understand what I'm saying? Like, these things start coming in on you, dude, and that rogue ones come out of nowhere. That place was like a big churn today. And I actually got upset with myself, because what we should have done is right off that main point, main lake point that we popped in on today, where Buddy spent all day fishing it, we should have turned and gone into the flats. I looked over at him as we were headed in, but unfortunately, man, with the water beating on us like that, that would have made the flats very difficult, especially the way we traverse the flats, because we would have been taking them from the blind side, you know, at the back the whole time on the starboard side of the boat. But the way we traversed that thing, it would have been pretty much blindsiding us all day. So I decided against that. I really didn't think that was the best of ideas. You know what I mean? No, didn't see any alligators, but I did find a pretty cool little crook today that I'm going to have to come back and check out. My buddy Bobby Ruggles popped in during that part of the adventure. He's a funny guy. I want to take him to the river. He's a river fisherman. He likes fishing rivers. He's got a spot. He took me down in, I think it's Ponte Verde. I think that's what that place is. But yeah, that place was pretty neat. We had a good time down there. We laughed. We had a good time and we laughed. But we need to definitely get a shot on my river up here. I think he would enjoy it, you know. But again, back to another story. You guys ready for this? Let's go. So I went back to the river this last Saturday, man. And I checked everything. You guys know I do all my homework. You know, I checked the weather. I checked everything. What's going on, Rust Belt Fab? I checked the weather. I knew everything that was going on. We had an early morning shower. That's what we were supposed to have, an early morning shower. It was supposed to be from 6 to maybe 7, but cleared out by 7:30. So I was like, you know what? I'll sleep in a little bit on Saturday morning. I'll sleep in till 6. I won't get there till around 7:30, and everything will be fine. Dude, I left the house at 7 with nothing going on, and the minute I got anywhere within the vicinity of the river, it was torrential downpour. So I rode for about 20 minutes in the worst whiteout rain you've ever seen. But is that stopping me? Absolutely not. I get to the river, put the boat in, it stops raining. I'm like, let's go. You know what I mean? Like 7:30, the guy's a little bit off, all right? So the buddy's time's a little bit off, but that's okay. Nobody yells at the weather guy when he's a little bit off, right? Well, here we go. I get the cameras set up. I get to the spot. I start fishing. Within 10 minutes, it is pouring again. Like it never stopped, dude. You understand where I'm coming from? Like this got out of hand. It got so bad. Have you ever been in rain when you're fishing so bad that you don't even keep a towel out because the fact that the towel will be so saturated that it'll be worthless for the rest of the day? Yeah, I just braved it out, dude. My socks were soaked. My shoes were squishy. I figured, if this is 20-25 minutes, man, what's up, Skrilla? I said, if this was 20-25 minutes, dude, I'll just brave it out. I'll just take my shoes and socks off. I'll set them out. They'll dry. The sun will come out. It'll get 9 million degrees and everything will be fine, right? No, Mick, I didn't have to take into account the different location because I actually got the weather for that location. See, I'm a little bit smarter than your average bear, Mick. I look at barometric pressures and stuff like that. And when I seen everything was set in, I'm looking at the same thing that the old meteorologist is looking at. And when it tells me we're going to get 0.08 inches of rain in less than a half an hour, I totally take that into account. You understand? That was the small rain that I figured I might pass through on the way out there. When I pulled that app up, when I got out on the river, that 0.08 inches became 0.25 inches within the next hour. And then it built to almost 3/4 of an inch over the next 4 hours. It was horrible. I caught maybe 7 fish in the first hour and a half of torrential downpour and no ability to even pull cameras out. You understand what I'm saying? I got a couple of pictures of them on my phone that I just braved and then took a quick picture and put it away and then let the fish go. And it soaked my phone. I had to dry my phone out. Okay, it became the most epic fail of a day you could ever imagine. Because let me tell you where this thing gets really, really good. Where this gets really, really good is the fact that at 11:30, when it stopped raining, pulled my cameras out, started filming, and got absolutely nothing. Zero. Zippo for the next 2 hours. 11:30, 12:30, 1:30. Okay? I'm really contemplating calling it at this point. You understand what I'm saying? But I'm thinking to myself, it's okay. You're coming into the big water. When I call it the big water, it's just a wider area. Yeah, welcome to the suck. You nailed it, man. Okay, wasn't it fail if you caught a fish? Okay, but hold on, Jeff, because now let me tell you the best part about this whole thing, okay? Because this is where it gets really, really good. Let me get a drink. It then proceeds to rain on me. Mind you, I've put the cameras away. All right, I'm done. It proceeds to rain for another 2 hours, dude. 2 hours. Here's the thing about fishing at the river. There are loggerheads everywhere. Everywhere. If you think you're going to run your main motor upriver, you are sadly mistaken, because all the loggerheads seem to point in that direction. So when you think you're going to run your main motor, there's like a 90% chance you're going to smash your bow on some kind of large tree that's stuck in the ground and sticking straight up. When you're going downriver, man, you just bounce right over them. It's not really a big deal, but you're missing like a lot of fishing areas. So I tend to like just roll the trolling motor and hit like 30 different points over a 4 or 5 hour period. And I pull fish on them. You know what I mean? It's awesome. It's exactly like it's supposed to be down there. But then there's this even more monstrous problem, and it's just lurking in the back of your mind, that is, the further I go, the longer it's going to take me to get back, because I can't run the motor. I know this, and it's not just because of loggerheads, dude. I was cruising along and I hit a rock with my trolling motor that was just sticking up. You're constantly having to look for little swirl patterns in the water on the river, even when it's high. And the river's high right now, the river that I'm fishing on. Dude, you will smack a rock with your boat that is just literally maybe 3 inches below the water. And this thing's the size of, a dining room table. Just sticking straight up, dude. And it's got, you don't really notice it, but there'll be small little changes in the current above it. Dude, watch out. I'm just going to tell you, this place is Danger Will Robinson. Danger Will Robinson. Okay, back to the story. I proceed to put all the cameras away for 2 more hours. It rains till 3:30, and I says, you know what? I'm calling it, dude. I'm just going to turn around right here and start making my way back, man. So I fire up the motor. I get to where I know my problem areas are. I put the trolling motor back down and I'm on my way. So I decide I'm going to fish it out, right? So I'm thinking to myself, I'm going to change it up, man. I'm going to change it up. I'm going to go ahead and throw a paddle tail. Let's throw something small, okay? It was a turtle. No, Jeff, this time it's a rock, buddy. Trust me. It scarred up the bottom of my transceiver, my transducer for my unit. Oh, dude, it's bad. Big chunk out of it, dude. Like scratched it deep. Like I came up on it with the trolling motor, dude. It was awful. Anyway, so here we go, man. I start making my way back and I put on this stupid little Kitech with these Okashira. Okay, I want to show you guys something. Let me show you guys something. All right. How do you know when you have a fishing problem? Let me change this. Hold on. How do you know when you have a fishing problem? When your trash can looks like this. My trash can is covered in hooks of all different kinds. That's a problem. So anyway, I got these little Okashira. Can you guys see those? 2-aught mega bass. Look at that. It's got a little eyeball, little swim head. And I put them on these little 2.8 Kitechs. Hold on, I'll show you. Because I started thinking, man, I'm crushing it today. I'm doing my normal. I'm up to like 12 fish at this point. How many are on camera? Zero. But the rain just let up for the last time, and I'm thinking, did you put your prop on the trolling motor? No, I didn't ruin the prop on the trolling motor, thank goodness for Chef Boyardee. But I did get a bunch of fishing line wrapped up in it from somebody that broke off on that rock. So I had to clean that out today. So these little 2.8 Kitechs, dude. These are cheese. But sometimes they're good in the transition. They're a silly little bait. They wiggle around a lot. They're very, very, very big tail swaggy, so they kind of attract things. So the way the day was setting up, the moving baits seemed to be what the transition was. They went from stable baits, the inclusive bait, and then moved their way all the way up to like moving baits. So I figured I would come in with like a small paddle tail, right? So I come in with this small paddle tail, and dude, the first cast, I get smashed. I see something come out of nowhere and hit this thing like a ton of bricks, dude. Okay? A ton of bricks. Unfortunately, I get it into the net and realize that, dude, it's like an 11-pound mudfish. Like, this thing was like, no kidding, like almost 30 inches, dude. Biggest mudfish I've ever seen. I got him hooked on this tiny little hook. So here I am fiddling with this thing, right? And I got the net, and I got the pliers in there, and all of a sudden he goes to death rolling, and the hook comes right out, and I'm like, oh, awesome, man. So I go to set him down, I go to drop the hook, and the whole line's busted, and I basically just threw the rig right in the water. Like, literally, I went to just drop it off the pliers, and line was cut, and it just dropped into the water. So I'm like, oh my God, you know what I'm saying? Not only did I catch this giant mudfish, I got this part, all this is on camera, so that you might get to see that. Not only do I have this giant a mudfish is not a catfish, Skrilla. It is dude, I'll show you in the video. I still have to edit the video, but you'll see it. I then take time to retie. Okay, mind you, remember, it's been raining now for 5-6 hours of the 10-hour day that I'm out there fishing, and I'm retying now. I go ahead and retie. I get a first cast with the Freshie McFresherson. Nothing. I get a second cast. Out of nowhere, dude, bang, scream and drag. I'm like, oh my God, cameras are rolling. Okay. Let me go ahead and just give you guys a little something here, okay? Just so we're all clear, all right? I went back to the same spot where I caught that last big one, and I threw it in the exact same spot, just like I did. And this time I threw this silly little, whatever these things are, mini paddle tail, 2.8 Kitech. Okay, so, dude, I get smashed. I get smashed right off rip, and I'm thinking, oh my God, dude. Yeah, everything's soaked. Everything's squeaking, Mick. I'm not drying out. The humidity went up to like 130% at like 3:30 in the afternoon when it stopped raining. All of a sudden, there's not a cloud in the sky, and I'm baking. But I'm baking and saturated at the same time. So the last thing I want to do is take off my shirt or any other article of clothing because I'm just going to get insta sunburned. You know what I mean? But I am saturated. So here we go, dude. Third cast, all right? Smash again. Drag screaming. I'm like, oh, dude, this is it. I got another big out of that hole. No, it's not another big. It's another giant mudfish, dude. And this one's not as big as the first one, but this one's plenty pissed off. You understand what I'm saying? I go through the same process again. I don't have it in the net this time because I could see that the hook's not poked through. It's just in the top of his mouth. So I'm like, dude, I'll just reach down there with my pliers and I'll just pull this thing out. Kind of give him a little jiggle jar, you know what I'm saying? And he'll come off there, right? No, dude. No. It's a bowfin. There you go. Mudfish, bowfin. Nailed it. I give this thing a quick jiggle jerk, dude. Just as quick as I do, this thing goes into a death roll. The hook comes out of the pliers and snaps the line right there. Second rig, gone. I said to myself aloud, yeah, I'm all set. Like, I'm talking to myself at this point. I'm like, yeah, I'm all set. Let's go. I referred to myself as let's go. That's how frustrated I was. Like, and I put everything away, dude. I didn't retie that line. I didn't do nothing with that thing. I straight just reeled it up on the reel, man. Put my stuff in. I started the big motor and I rolled out. Like, I was good, man. I traversed the loggerheads. I was so frustrated at this point that I caught, 11, 12 fish total on the day. Not a single one of them's on camera except 2 mudfish that I didn't even count. And those are both on camera. Big bowfin. So the next video is probably just going to be a bowfin video without anything else. I'm just going to show you guys what a big bowfin looks like in this epic fight that I had. Because I got it on a lot of cameras. I thought it looked pretty good, for all it could be said. I don't know, man. I don't know. All I'm going to say is it was not a good time. It was not at all what it was supposed to be, okay? Because I was supposed to go out and just absolutely kill it. That's what was supposed to happen. I was supposed to go out and just have like a 25 fish day. I was supposed to have, 3 over 10 pounds, 2 over 18 pounds. It was just going to be the most epic fishing day in the history of the world. And no, that all got scratched. So that's just the reality of fishing, man. This weather, boys and girls. Back on a serious note, though, not just, my day, but what's really going on. Fish are going to start transitioning into those spawning flats, boys and girls. Be prepared. Big easy gamblers, paddle tails, wake baits, things that stay the old top water course that you can float over little holes in the driller that'll die back. I actually don't care if it's pig. I love catching it. Yeah, it's nasty, though. No, I'm not going to kill him. Yes, bowfin got big teeth, Skrilla. They got big teeth, dude. You ain't reaching in there. Don't try to pick it up. They got a slime that's stinky, and it never washes off. It's just absolutely brutal, dude. My net still stinks. Let's put it like that. My net stinks, and it's not, it's plastic. It shouldn't absorb stink. It's on there. It's the bowfin slime, dude. You have no idea. It's the worst day ever. Not to mention they break hooks, they bend hooks. It's just, they're brutal, man. They're absolutely brutal. Again, you guys, look for the season change. For those of you guys bank fishing, man, give yourself some time here and start running some slow moving paddle tail top waters, bud. Give them a little pulls once in a while and let them sit, dude. Because there's going to be hungry fish rolling around in transition areas. Look for moving water. Today they were pulled up under docks, but I'm pretty sure that's because we've been getting beat on for the last 4 days in rain. That's why we were so choppy, so soupy. We got a big rainstorm coming this evening too. So I tried to get out there prefrontal today, guys, and only managed to pull that one. So my heart's kind of hurt, but other than what I've seen, catching a 40-inch plus striper. Oh, yeah, from the shore. Yeah, it's that time of year, dude. Wow. That's crazy. Skrilla said the striper ran through the river. Yeah, see, everything's transitioning, man. Everything's transitioning. I'm waiting. Like I said, it's going to be a good year. We got a lot of stuff coming up, guys. I went to a good meeting last night. Looks like we're going to get involved in an organization next year when they start their season, so I'm pretty stoked about that. We're going to actually start doing a little tournament fishing. The Blue Pearl's going to struggle, I bet, but, we'll pull through. We always do. We make it happen. We make it happen, Captain. What are you going to do, dude? Mick hasn't been striper fishing since 2011. Yeah, no, dude. I couldn't imagine going down and catching striper in the runs. There's no way. I bet that'd be a blast. But I'm just over here struggling with green goblins. And that's about all I can do, guys. That's really all I can do. What I'm really trying to do this year, though, and do a lot of transition fishing, because I really want to catch when that movement occurs from the main lakes or the deeps to the main lake points, then into the spawning flats, and then off into the feeding areas. And I've got my lake pretty much figured out. I don't want to say I've got it 110% figured out, because today didn't show me anything other than my normal pattern. But you guys missed another big that actually came off at the boat. So the one I showed you in the cooler was the smaller one, and then the one that I caught right before that but lost it at the boat because I was just so frustrated that I didn't even get the net. You understand what I mean by that? I was just so frustrated. I reached down, went to grab this thing out, and it jerked away and pulled my hook out. And I looked up at the camera and was like, that's just how it happens. Next time I'll get the freaking net. Well, the second one I didn't get the net for either. I just reached down and grabbed him. I was just like, if it comes off, I don't even care at this point. You know what I mean? But that was I'd say about a pound larger. Nothing really spectacular. Beautiful fish, though. They look really pretty when they sit up under those docks like that. They get really cool color to them. But again, those were both transition fish, so they were just moving through and looking for feeding areas, like everything else this time of year. Well, guys, I appreciate everybody hanging out. I hope you learned a little bit about what might be going on in your water. But keep an eye on your weather, boys and girls. Keep an eye on your weather. Look for those transitions, cold mornings. Look for the warm-up points. You're looking for shallower water first thing in the morning. A lot of the times, depending on how cold it was, the ground or dirt wall, some type of dirt wall drop-offs and things like that. Sometimes metal, when you've got metal seawall and things like that. Those might be places you might want to start looking first thing in the morning as the temperatures start to rise. Another place you're going to look is the deeps, boys and girls. The deeps. You're gonna have to start figuring out how to get those deep transition fish, or you're gonna miss this whole transition season. So today we couldn't figure it out. Today we threw everything we had at those deep transition fish. We even went over to the fish marker and threw at the Christmas trees for a good period of time. Yeah, Jeff. Yeah, I wasn't really upset, Jeff. I trust me, bud. I was mentally just ready to go. You understand what I mean by that? In my mind, I was like, dude, if I tie on this rig again, and that's why I have this one right here sitting out, because that was part of today's story. If I tie another one of these things on and I see this, how many missing in the package? Uno, dos. This is what I'm trying to tell you. I had 3 of these and I had a pack of 8 of these, okay? And I came back with 1 of these and a pack of 6. So that's why I brought that stuff out, to show you in the story. You know what I mean? Because you wouldn't believe it, but here it is. There's the proof for you, boys. This is what occurred. But I'll get those other 2 videos put out. They're just silly little, this funny stuff. You know, it's a bowfin, dude, but it was a lot of fun. I will say that. I had a good time. We were hitting fish, but none that you guys are going to see, unfortunately, because again, going out and trying to make content requires cooperation with not only the fish, but also the fishing gods and the weather gods. So we'll see, man. We'll see. Oh, see that Rust Belt Fab? You need to start fishing if you got a little pond back there for sure. You never know what might be in there. You could have a giant fish, and no, I doubt that. Not if it's only an acre, but you could have a little life cycle in there that'd definitely be a lot of fun. You know, you could really get into if there are bass in there, but they're probably not going to get much bigger than like 2 pounds just because of the life cycle. But nonetheless, man, an acre pond and a bunch of 2-pounders running around—that's a blast. You know what I mean? You get you some light spin tackle, bud, and just go right to it. You could just have a best day ever. You know what I mean? Sitting back there, and every cast is like, I'm just working it. I'm just working it. You've been stocking it. That's pretty cool, man. That is pretty cool. Yeah, no, you definitely might want to start fishing it, bud, just to see what's going on, because you never know. But I wouldn't put the big money on like a giant bass living in there just because of the size. But nonetheless, man, if it stays full and it stays fresh and stays nice, you could have a pretty good life cycle on an acre pond. You could really get some, decent sized fish. You get up in the 4-pound area for sure if you've been doing it for that long. It's just going to depend on what they got to eat, man. You got to keep them some type of food in there for sure, because even if you want them to get big, and then you got to have food. And if not, they're going to look at each other as food. They're an aggressive fish, and they won't hesitate to just wolf one another down in the event that, it turns into a feeding frenzy. You never know, man. You never know. I've seen it. Today, I couldn't even hit transitioning fish, which was really rough, because usually I'm on that kind of thing. But we'll see. We'll see. We got live fishing next Tuesday. We might change lakes, or we're gonna do a little research over the weekend and see what's going on with our temperatures. We got to get checking out on our equipment. I got to start showing you guys some of the stuff on the graph, so you have a pretty good idea of what I'm looking at. Because a lot of people have been asking me about graphs and how do you use the graph? What are you looking at with the graph? Hold on. There it is. I defocused that on you guys. Haha, did you notice it? Yeah, a lot of people have been asking me, what am I looking at and things like that. So we'll get a chance to do some like up close and personal stuff. Yeah, the YOLO stick's busted. I don't know if you guys know that. Hold on. Yeah, so this thing's supposed to be straight. Did you guys check out this wicked angle this thing's got right there? Can you see that crease right there? Yeah, there's $140 spent. Yeah, snap the YOLO stick off. It won't even power anymore. It powers, but if you plug anything into it, it like shocks it. It's bad, dude. So it's just been a lot of destructive tendencies on my part recently. Breaking a lot of gear and stuff, you know what I mean? Nice. There you go, Rust Belt Fab. Spring fed with an aerator, hatchery. Oh, look at this guy. Yeah, YOLO. When there was no fish, we need mini cows. There you go, dude. I want to see mini cows. That's what I want to see. You guys want to play mini cows? We'll close out with mini cows tonight. Hold on. All right, mini cows it is. Mini cows it is, dude. What are they called? Mini what? Come on, help me out. What are they called? Highland. Mini Highland cows. Images of mini Highland cows. Oh, let's go, dude. I don't know. This one's just too cute. Look at that. Look at the mom's got like giant horns, dude. She's big. Oh, these are like buy-in pictures. Oh my goodness. 406 Montana mini cattle. Oh my God. I'm going to Montana. I have just decided that we're going to Montana. We're going to do it live. We're going to buy a mini cow. There's a reel I seen on Instagram. Really funny, dude. He's like, there's a guy riding in his truck and he's holding the camera and his wife's sitting there and he's like, honey, get out and grab it. She's like, what? What are you going to do with it? He's like, it fits in the truck. I was like, yep, that's the best, dude. That's what I want. Highland mini cow to fit in the truck. Nah, I bet they're kind of nasty. But look, how can you call that something? That, that's just nothing but super cuteness right there. That's 100% super cuteness. Look at that little tongue. Such a cute little animal. I like cows, dude. Cows are really cool. I bet these things are mean. I bet they're like little, what are they called? Goats. I guarantee they're kind of like goats. They probably like headbutt you and stuff. Oh, let's see. Yeah, see, that one's definitely going to assault that kid. Look, that kid's terrified right now. That thing is, look at those hooves. They're almost like vampire's claws. Yeah, these things look dangerous. They're probably super dangerous. It's probably all a joke, Like, look at this guy. This guy's holding it. I might call BS on that. But look, you can put it in the truck. It's the guy who caught his first felony in his whole life for stealing a cow that he thought he could put in his truck. Oh, my God. One day, you guys, we're going to have a video of frolicking in the field with a miniature Highland cow. Epic. Well, guys, listen. You guys are the best, man. Appreciate everybody hanging out, dude. It's always an adventure. Appreciate it. I'm going to delete today's videos, though, because I didn't realize they turned out so terrible. So, there'll be no live fishing recap or anything that even occurred. We're going to forget today occurred. How about that? And we're just going to settle with beautiful Highland cattle. Just a baby Highland cow. Let's do it. Look at that. How is that's a goat. That's not a cow. That white one's got to be a goat, dude. Oh boy, how to find the fluffy Highland cows. Could you imagine? All right, we're going to stop. Listen, guys, look at that's perfect. Look at that little thing down there. It's right there next to the Heathen Squad logo. We're getting a Highland cow logo. You guys are going to see. Awesome. Listen, it's been real. It's been fun. We'll see you guys